welcome to this Thursday's episode of the Farm Chicks and our Thursday live Facebook videos. Today I have a little treat for you, and we'll see how it goes because everything's live, so you kind of don't know what's going to happen. But I have one thing to talk about, and then I'll tell you my treat. My one thing to talk about is it's Tour de Fleece, and I will. Right now in the state of Maryland, you can do some small in-person events as long as people do hand washing, social distancing, and wear their masks. So last week, the two other Fiber Art Studio Tour people, Dancing Leaf Farm and Flying Goat Farm, they did their Tour de Fleece open studio events, and this week, which is the last week of Tour de Fleece, I will do mine, and Withers will do hers. So at my stop, for those of you who are watching who are local, I will use this area under the trees by the goats to let up to 10 people come with their spinning wheels. So if you want to do that, to bring your knitting or your spinning wheel, you can do that. I think I have like 2 or 3 that have contacted me, so there are some spaces if you'd like to do that. Over there, and Jenny, you can just say it. So over there, I will just put my booth, my tent that I take to shows, that I'm not taking to shows right now, and I'll put that out, and I'll put all kinds of, lots of roving, because it is Tour de Fleece, and I'll put out some yarn, and then if people want to come by, we will be able to do no contact purchases, and I will have a hand washing station, and hopefully all will be okay. It is a different world now, and most of all I want my customers to be happy and safe and knitting and using my yarn for a long time to come. So I know some of you guys are thirsty for that kind of event, and so this is sort of like a compromise between no shows and no, stores right now, to something that we could do safely. So there you go. And it's Avalon Springs Farm and Withers Wool is this weekend. Now, after that, my little treat. So what I decided to do today was a little fashion show. So in these bags, I have the pattern, the paper pattern, the yarn that it takes to do it. You can just, but they can't see anything yet. And different indie designers for different people who are dye artists like me, and I think there's maybe like 6 or 7 people here. And the reason I decided to do this is because today is a special new pattern release from Khaleesi Charlotte Designs, and there's a coupon code, and I think it's the name of the coupon code is Grace. And you can use that to get her pattern for $1 off today, because it's the opening day, and I haven't even shown you it yet. So I'm gonna start with hers, and then go through the whole thing. And Corrine, if you're watching, please comment and tell people things that that I have left off. So Jenny and I are gonna trade places, and she's going to try things on and model for you. Okay. Introduce yourself.
Hi.
So this is Jenny, my daughter. And, okay, so go ahead and put on the first one. So the name of this pattern, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Okay, so the name of this pattern is very meaningful to me. Oh yeah, just hold it out so they can see.
Wait, that's the back side. This is the back side.
Is Evening Grace.
Oh, wait, is this the back side?
Yes.
This is the front side.
That's okay. I had to put my glasses on. So the Oh, somebody is saying there's an issue with connection. So let me stand over here. I'm a little closer to our Wi-Fi. Okay, so this is called Evening Grace, and it's made by Corrine Walter of Corrine Walter Designs. She's on Ravelry, and actually she has a couple other sites where you can get her patterns, but you can just Google her, go to her website, and that takes you to the different places where you can get her patterns. And it's made with one skein of Pendragon, and I don't know if you guys can see, but it's got little sparkly beads. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I was able to capture sparkly beads. Yeah, sparkly beads. Oh, hooray! I hope that we still don't have an issue with connection. Somebody said that. So it's one skein. You can tell by the design. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so humid here. Everything is gonna show like that. But you can tell by the, there's some parts of it that you'll be able to go through pretty quickly. And then it's got this nice little scalloped edge and a little bit of lace work with the beads. Like, okay, I'm gonna put my thumb by a couple of beads. So do you see that? 1, 2, 3. And then in this little section, this little flower section, there's another 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Isn't that cool? Really, really pretty. Yeah. A couple people are saying really pretty. So I don't have the pattern printed out for this because it is so brand new. But that's why there's a coupon. So use the coupon GRACE for $1 off for today. Cool. Thank you, Jenny. Okay, so let's do our next one. Okay. Oh my gosh, let me tell you this one quick story. You guys, I have this little niece who, when she was a baby, she would watch these little videos, and on the little video, she would open things. She would watch other children opening things up. And so I'm thinking, you guys, I've got all these little bags, and we'll be opening things up today. Oh, my other model is here! Yay! Okay, welcome, other model.
Mask.
Oh, okay.
Let's run inside and get a mask.
Okay, so Jenny's going off stage, and Jossie is coming on stage. Jossie, will you be my model for my next piece? Okay, Jenny just took our next piece off camera. Okay, so you be my model for this piece. Okay, so this is another Pendragon yarn piece, and I had to put the hanger and everything in the bag here. I'll take the pattern from you. So this is called the Khaleesi Charlotte, and this is done by another Maryland designer. You might know her. She used to own a yarn shop in Baltimore called, okay, here we go. Here I'm zooming in. Make Me Kits. Yay! Okay. Yeah, so Khaleesi, it's named after the famous dragon in that show that everybody was watching. Okay, so this is the other way around. So yeah, flip it inside out. Thank you, Jenny. Jenny went off stage. Yes, that's the... Okay, so this is with 2 skeins of Pendragon yarn, a fingering weight, and a of variegated, and and one of a solid. So turn around. Ooh, cool. Look at how you do the back. Isn't that cute? All right. And Jenny, now she's back on camera, donning a mask. And this pattern was done by Media Peru Anna. This is the Ticket to Anywhere pattern. Here we go. Here's the pattern. And this one was recently featured in the Fiber Art Studio Tour show that we just did. And so what you need to do this one is, you can do it this way. You can buy these little mini packs, little skeins of mini packs, and they make these little color things in the yarn. And then we did ours with one full-size skein, and you do a full-size skein in a neutral color. a full-size skein in a neutral color, and then you do, oh, little spider, and then little pops of color are made by the mini skeins. So let's zoom in on Jenny again. Cool. Oh, Jenny, cute, very cute. All right, you guys, I know it's hot, but now the next thing that I'm gonna put you both in are my next designer. Whoop, these, yes, okay. Oh, I didn't say this designer's name. So the Khaleesi shawl is done by, while you guys put those on, the Khaleesi is done by Sue Caldwell. See, that's an issue of trying to multitask. Yeah. So here we go. I'm showing the, there we go. Oh, and I have it inside out again. There we go. Wait a minute. It's so cute. There we go. That's the Sue Caldwell piece. Yay! Okay, so now our next designer is another Maryland designer, and I have to say that I'm so happy that I got to have a hand in this design. I got to make little drawings, and my good friend Kathleen Lopez of Crackpot Woolworks, who is in Maryland, and she's on Ravelry too. These are made with my Celtic knots. Woo, there's a Celtic knot, which is 3 skeins of yarn. Okay, Jossie, swirl around and just show everybody your coolo poncho. And thank Jossie for putting on a big poncho in what is it, 90 degrees out today? Yeah. Okay, and the back too. So the poncho is a little bit asymmetrical. You can see that you can wear it either short side in the back or short side in the front. It's got a lot of drape, and the concept behind the pattern is to take 3 yarns that were in the dye pot together and then let the texture speak. So now I'm going to show it to you, the very same pattern in a triangle shawl. And so this is the same 3 stitches, but instead of making a poncho, we've made a triangle. Okay, you guys, Jenny, you walk 6 feet behind Jossie so that you guys can be socially distant, but I can get you both in the camera. Okay, will you guys both spin around a little? You are the cutest models on the planet. Yes, this is such a Maryland-based show because my models are Marylanders. Okay, girls, next up. So, oh, I didn't say the name. Here, let me pan down. I am so disorganized. So here is the pattern that goes with the Celtic knot. So this is the one, this is the one showing the triangle shawl. And here is the one, no, that's the vest. This is the one showing the triangle shawl. I also should show you that it comes in a vest as well. So you can do this pattern with these Celtic knots in a triangle shawl, and they're crochet. You can do them either knit or crochet. Okay, next up, girls, I'm gonna talk so you can get out the next, open up the next bags. Just toss it on the table, man. Toss it on the table. Okay, and it's fun to open up stuff. Oh, now you're gonna match. I'm so thrilled about this too. So next up in our lineup, you know what? I should have you guys, I should be this way and you guys should be by the goats.
Is this inside or outside?
Oh, so yeah.
This is outside.
Yeah, so
This is the outside. There we go.
so my next designer is, okay, it's called, let me show you the pattern. Here's the pattern. Kira Wharton. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have tilted the camera that way. That's probably aggravating. It's called the Archimedes. And she named it that because, do you guys remember anything about, do any of you watch any of the Merlin shows or read any King Arthur stuff? Well, Archimedes is the owl. And he's kind of a,
He's like the mascot for Merlin the Magician. Okay, so spin around. That's the fun part, watching you guys spin around. Twirl your hair. Yeah. So these are the two triangle shawls are actually the same pattern, knit in two different colorways, both kind of neutrally, but one with a little more pop than the other, depending on like if your sensibility about color is more spunky or quieter. Let me see your backs. When you see the back, do you see? Oh yeah, you can really see that it's a lot of straight knitting in between the little eyelet design. That so I imagine this does not take a long time to knit. It's made with Pendragon in sport weight because one of my designers pushed and pushed and pushed me to make my Pendragon yarn in more than just fingering weight. So I did, and she was right. And so now here is the Pendragon yarn in sport weight. And I think I got out two as an example. Let's see, yes. So here are my, oh Jenny, you're on, okay, so here are two samples of the sport weight Pendragon. I actually, you know what, did I show all the other yarns? I did. Yeah, look at the mess on the table that I've made in such a short amount of time. Okay, do you want to do your next modeling of your next pattern? That is the Archimedes by Kira. Another marvelous Maryland designer. And yeah, that's the Albemarle shawl. Okay.
Yeah,
which
there we go. This is one of my favorite ones.
Yes, and this one is one of those ones where I need to show this one more often because, okay, so this has got a little brioche in it. Look at the drape. It's just gorgeous. Jossie, you're a beautiful model. Okay, let me see your back because that shows off the whole triangle. Oh, and flip your hair out so that, yeah, because that would be like what, it looks so pretty when you just do that. Okay, so the stitch work on this is absolutely spectacular too. It's got a little brioche, a little, you can see that there's 3 skeins of yarn in this, one that's a variegated, and matching solids. And and I've seen this done in other colorways, but this is a very summery colorway. So lovely. Let me show you and then this one was done by Kristen Janek. She is also on Ravelry. Okay, Jenny, you take the next one. You're up, madame. Oh, and yours comes with gloves.
Oh.
Because, you know, it's July and you need gloves. At least the breeze is nice. So this one I got out because we're in the Tour de Fleece time, and these two complementary patterns. One is for the fingerless mitts. Actually, they're not really gloves. Yeah, one is for the fingerless mitts. Aren't they cute? Those are so cute. And the matching pattern for the little shawlette. This is called the filigree. Wait, here, Jossie, you hold the camera for a second.
Okay. The two patterns out. Okay, so filigree knits and towel and filigree lace scarf. Okay, so she's calling it a lace scarf rather than a shawlette, but it's somewhere between a scarf and a shawlette. So this is Caroline Hockenberry, and Caroline is the person who does the Fibronate events and also a little circle that meets once a month. And this yarn is my farm yarn. This is these are my actual animals. I don't know if the sparkle shows in this picture because it's hard to get sparkle to convey in photography, but
Okay, all right, Jenny, showing you off again. Thank you, Jossie, for being my helper in hands. Okay, so, yes, this is Excalibur yarn that was used in both of these, but the reason that it relates to the Tour de Fleece is because the patterns were written in such a way that you could use your own hand spun and make these. So that's cool. And she writes about how to do the gauge for what you have spun and still make the pattern. So very few people do that in their patterns, and I thought that that was unusual and cool and encourages you to use up all of that hand spun. So very pretty. Shown, these samples shown here in my Excalibur farm yarn, but also able to do these in hand spun. Okay, two more. One of you has to be brave and put on a sweater. Jenny, I know the sweater fits you because I've seen it on you. If you want to be brave.
Okay, this is a pretty sweater. I'll be brave.
Okay, so Gabby Smith is asking designer and the yarn base. I wonder if which one that was to. Was that to Gabby? Was that to... Oh, I answered it. Okay. So yes, the designer is Caroline Hockenberry, and you can get to her patterns by going to fibernate.com. So all of these designers have their own websites as well as being on Ravelry. Do you have that on backwards? I think you have the... Yes, Jenny, good thing you're off camera because I think you have that on backwards. Oh, that's a little swatch because people knit swatches. Okay, so Jossie has on a design by Linda Minich. Linda Minich is from Brunswick, Maryland, and I love this piece, and it looks good on everyone. Man, it looks good on you too, Jossie. It's a lace piece. You get all of that out of one skein of yarn because I guess the sort of eyelets help make the skein go farther. And then it's got the beautiful little scalloped edge. And I love this pattern by Linda Minich. Her name on Ravelry is Lynn Spins, but the pattern I have on my website, as well as you can get it through her too, is called the Lancelot Shawl. And she's known as Mid-Valley Fibers, and so that's why it says on the back yarn by and pattern by. So the yarn is Pendragon again, and the pattern is Lancelot. Yeah, really pretty. Okay, and then Jenny, you can walk into the shot after dressing. I'm so proud of you guys. You guys dressed and redressed and dressed again. Like Superman. Okay, so this is a free pattern. I mean, why shouldn't I tell you guys about a free pattern? Okay, am I doing a good job keeping the camera on you while I'm reaching?
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, so this one, I'll put it in this one is called Dream Wings, and it's by Liz Summers, and it's a free download on Ravelry. And and then there on the bottom it says her Ravelry name, Mama Liz. And if you have any trouble finding any of these patterns, because we're on live video, and if I went too fast or you need me to direct you closer to how to get them or the coupon code that I started with, just email me at Avalon Springs Farm at Comcast.net, or you can go to my website and press a button and email me. Is the Lancelot crochet or knit? The Lancelot was knit, although it does have a little bit of that crochet feel, doesn't it? Oh, it looks so pretty. It's blowing in the little bit of breeze, and the goats say it looks pretty too. Okay, so the little sweater is done in a solid, again using the Pendragon yarn. That's been popular today. That sweater I wear too, so it's a little bit big on Jenny, but it looks great. And again, sections that will go really quick because there's some straight knitting in there, and then a little bit of like eyelet work, lace that comes off, giving it a very lacy look. And you can see that's a semi-solid. Let me zoom in so you can get the sense that it looks so solid from far away, but like your arm, I can see that it's, oh, you know what, Jossie, I'm going to make one point too. This one is actually a variegated yarn. Whoa, cool. It looks so one color from far away, but it's a variegated yarn. Oh, Jenny, get those two skeins out, because those, I got those out to show people my version of a, okay. So the one that Jossie has on, this one, the Lancelot, was variegated kind of like this, where you can see in the skein some strong variegation, but really when it's all knit up, it kind of blends. And it looks like sort of one amalgamated color with light changing of color throughout, you know? So something like that works for Jossie's. And then for Jenny's, with Mama Liz with the Dream Wings, here's my version of a semi-solid. Oh, they look nice together.
You can see the difference between the two.
Yeah.
The sense of dye work, but
yeah. Yeah. So, oh my goodness, look at our messy table. We really did a fashion show. This is what it looks like in the back room of the fashion show, at a real fashion show. So let me go quickly over some of the things that we did. We tried to roll this up neatly, but we didn't. So in review, this is Evening Grace by Corinne Walcher. It has a coupon code. This is the Fast Shawl Ticket to Anywhere piece, and it's made with mini skeins. This is the Archimedes. Where is the Archimedes? This is the Archimedes, and it's knit with sport. These are the two, oh, and the Archimedes, I didn't say the designers. So Corinne Walcher, this is Kristen Janek. The Archimedes is Kira Wharton. The triangle shawl and poncho is Kathleen Lopez. Then the Love Potion yarn, oh, I didn't say that. This was made with Love Potion. That is Kristen Janek again. The little shawlette design, that was Sue Caldwell. That was the one named after that dragon, Khaleesi. The matching fingerless mitts and scarf by Caroline Hockenberry, and then the two that they have on, Dream Wings by Mama Liz, but it's Liz Summers on Ravelry, and then Linda Minich, Mid-Valley Fibers for the Lancelot. Woohoo! And they were all made with Pendragon yarn in different yarn bases, and feel free to ask me any questions or email me, and I hope you enjoyed our fashion show. Hey, you guys, say bye. Thank you.